Hey everyone, it's Ryan Leonard with Wolfnest Property Management. Today we've got a great topic for you. It is Utah maintenance, quick tips. This is really part one of two parts. So let's take a look here. So really what this is just a basic guide. A lot of it actually comes from, maintenance requests that we typically see from our tenants. So if you're managing the property yourself or your tenant moving into a property, just some good things that, you should have at your disposal so that you can, implement those and try to troubleshoot it or fix it before having to get a vendor out to the property. So this one happens all the time, is really how to unclog a drain. Now, you'd think this would be pretty just self-explanatory, but we have some people that just sometimes make the issue worse or continue to try to flush it or push water down there and it just doesn't do anything. Now, there could be a bigger underlining issue like roots in the drain or an issue in the actual waistline itself. But as far as most of the maintenance requests that we receive for clogged drains, pretty simple solutions. Obviously, plunger. Always try to use a plunger and get it fixed. If you can't, going over to a hardware store or a supermarket buying, some Drano or some organic-based type drainage fluid is a good way to do it. Now, make sure you read the instructions, but typically you're going to pour about 2/3 or half of it down. Wait a couple minutes, like 15 to 20 minutes, and then flush it with some hot water, and then repeat if needed. Now, if it's a severe enough clog and plunger and Drano or whatever you're using does not work, you may be needing to reach out to a plumber or a snake company to come out there and actually run a snake down the line. And again, if that doesn't fix the issue, you could be looking at doing some sort of an auger or kind of like a power wash in the actual waistline itself. But make sure you're not putting anything down the toilet or sink that you shouldn't. That's kind of a good rule of thumb to prevent any clogs. Now, next one is garbage disposals. Now, almost all of our properties have garbage disposals, and now while they aren't that expensive, they're great to have. And we do see a lot of tenants have issues with a maintenance request comes in and it just isn't working. Always try to see if there's a GFI reset. A lot of disposals will be hooked up to a GFI, so if it's not turning on, check out that reset first. Also, on many of the disposal systems or the newer ones, you're going to actually have a reset button on there. But with the disposal, if it's not working, just making sure that you're not putting anything down there that you shouldn't be, like fats from meats or bones or things that you want to avoid. Also, sharpening it. Having a clean blade or a sharp blade is a great way to make that thing work efficiently. So, periodically dump some ice down there, run the system for a little bit. That actually will sharpen the blades. And if odor is an issue, make sure that if you haven't been using this sink or that sink very often, you want to have water in that P-trap to actually stop the smell coming up. But you can also put, lemons or limes down there, and then that'll help kind of cover up some of that smell, or even baking soda is a good quick fix. Next one is smoke detectors. Now, if you're a tenant, make sure your smoke detectors are working, or if you're a property manager or a landlord, make sure that before a tenant moves in, if they're not hardwired, they have fresh batteries. But if you're a tenant, periodically go around, you'll find a test button in every unit. Hold it down and it should, have a nice loud beep for a couple minutes or, about 10 seconds. If it's not working when you're hitting that test button, make sure you reach out to your landlord or your property owner or manager to come out there and get some fresh batteries or to check it if it is hardwired. So again, those are just a couple little maintenance quick tips that we like to pass off to our tenants, but also if you're a landlord, you can also use those yourself. So if you have any questions, there's my number and email. Give me a call or shoot me an email. I'll be happy to discuss in more depth, and hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.